What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Sunday over here. Currently, Bitcoin is trying to get back on top of 28K still. Very important level right now because we do have a weekly candle close coming up within about 3 hours here, Pacific Standard Time. So very important to be watching Bitcoin right now because if it actually is able to reclaim that 28K level, which is where your daily 200 SMA and your weekly 200 SMA are at, that's going to be looking a lot better for the altcoins in the near future. However, if you get the rejection here, that is going to drag quite a bit of the altcoins down with it. So very important to be paying attention to Bitcoin right now. Now, we do have ANKR here as our main topic for this video. We're going to be taking a look into what has happened since the last time I have talked about this coin. Could it finally be rebounding for the upside? We're going to be taking a look into some upside and downside price targets for ANKR. Just got to keep it realistic here, okay? I'm going to be giving you guys my personal sentiment and opinions on this overall crypto market as a whole later in this video as well. So make sure to be staying around for that. Lastly, none of what I'm saying here is financial advice. It's purely my personal opinions and speculations. I could very well be wrong. I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I an elite trader of any sort, even though I am a profitable trader who's been able to keep most of my profits during the last bear market. But I'm looking to crush it here for the next bull cycle. So if you guys feel the same way, if you guys are feeling pumped, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into the charts. All right, so just very briefly here, like I said, Bitcoin, very important to be paying attention to right now because of the daily time frame, right? It is basically at a local top here, right? The daily 200 SMA, 28K area. That is very hard resistance, as I've been talking about, right? We also do have a rising wedge right here that is usually a bearish pattern. So this makes me feel very cautious about what could be happening next, right? So yeah, very important to be paying attention to this right now. Cannot emphasize the importance of this chart. This is the first chart I look at before I take a look into any altcoin setups. Because if this coin, if Bitcoin pulls back, that's going to kill most of our altcoin setups. Now let's come over here to ANKR. It is at that 2 cents area right now, up very slightly today. What has happened since the last time I have talked about this coin? I did mention that there was a rising wedge, rising channel, some type of pattern here on this daily time frame, right? That's the more recent pattern. Looks like the price action has actually broken down before actually getting a close back into the pattern. That basically invalidates this pattern since you already got a close back into the pattern here, right? Now, what could we be looking at here instead? We're gonna just to recap into the weekly time frame because that is more important. It is on the higher time frame here. So on the weekly time frame here, we do have a double bottom that seems to be playing out, right? That is still active. The neckline would be about 2.8 cents area. Or would that be it? No, it would be, I would consider this week, right? Because you don't want to get, actually, yeah, I'm gonna say the 2.8 cents area, but then you're gonna be looking out for resistance at about, that 30 cents area coming from this wick right here. I was gonna say we can consider that to be the neckline as well, but that is still, that's still a good 10% up. So I'm gonna consider this and then mind the resistance here at about 3 cents area. 0.295, 3 cents area. Okay. Now we're gonna talk about this measure target in just a minute. That seems to be the breakout of this falling wedge, right? But we are considering this double bottom scenario because this would be a sub pattern of that breakout of that falling wedge pattern, right? which is not uncommon to see. You see a double bottom out of a breakout from a falling wedge, right? So now this double bottom target will give you about a measure target of about 3.9 cents area. Okay. Now measure targets are estimates only. Okay. It is not a automatic drive to that price. Right. Do take measure targets with a grain of salt. Do Google search these trading concepts I'm throwing out there because they are free public knowledge. Educate yourself on technical analysis and just be able to judge and verify what I'm saying for yourself because I could very well be wrong here. Now, let's come over here to the 3-day time frame. On this 3-day time frame, I said that there was a falling wedge here. The first two candles here, very close to touching this bottom trend line, the second candle. I'm still going to consider this to be a falling wedge pattern. That is just me, okay? Now, measure target out of this falling wedge pattern will give you a measure move of about just right above 5 cents there. So still a pretty significant move. But as you guys can see, this price action has broken out of this pattern. Went as far up as about almost 3 cents area before getting rejected. So, you know, like I said, measure moves are estimates only, right? It could be over and under, and there could be a lot of things that could happen in between, such as this, right? Now, what was I going to say? Yeah, let's take a look into a smaller time frame here and see if we can get any clues on what's happening. Okay. Right. On this 4-hour time frame, a smaller time frame here. This looks like a possible cup and handle that could be forming, but it does need to retest. It does need to come up here to about the 21 cent area to form some type of neckline for the cup and handle. So still not a developed cup and handle here, right? Do you want to see 21 cents retested at least twice? All right. Now, let's go ahead and take a look into some key resistances for this price action, okay? I also want to mention that this this measure target for this falling wedge pattern here is still very active because this price action has broken out and the price action now is still above this pattern. So in my opinion, that is still an active measure target. And this double bottom is still a sub pattern of the breakout here. Now, will this coin actually reach some of those targets? Well, right now, you know, we're going to have to just take it, you know, at a lower time frame and see if we can get any clues, right? So like I said, in order to see what's happening on the weekly time frame, we would come over here to a smaller time frame, but on a 4-hour time frame, I'm still looking for a validation of this cup and handle pattern. Right now, it looks like it, but you can't say for sure that it's even a cup and handle. If it is a cup and handle, then that's going to be typically a bullish pattern, right? So just gonna have to come back here on a lower time frame and chart these candles and see what could be happening. Now, if you guys want to continue seeing Anchor, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and comment, letting me know that you guys do want to see more of Anchor. If enough of you guys want to see it, I will continue to bring you guys update on this coin. Now, let's come over here and take a look into some key resistances in order for this price action to get to the upside here. Daily 200 SMA is going to be about the 2.5 cents area, the orange line. Your 3-day 21, it's basically right underneath the price action here. You don't have a close on top of that yet. You don't close the 3-day candle until not for another a day or so, right? So it's very important to get actually a close on top of that. So that's still resistance, at least in my opinion. 3-day 50 SMA is going to be about your 2.25 cents area, the gray line. 3-day 200 SMA, the orange line here at about the 3.4 cents area. Of course, the neckline of this double bottom pattern would be about I'm just going to say 28 cents area. That's going to be your resistance as well. You need to break that in order to break out of this double bottom. And of course, hold above it. You guys can repeat the same exercises for the weekly, monthly, or whatever time frames you guys are focused on for resistance. You guys can also refer back to past trading history on whatever time frames you guys are focused on for resistances and supports. Let's come over here to look at some key support here. Your daily 21 SMA, which the price action has broken back on top of again recently, is going to be significant, right? This is going to be about, I'm just going to say 2 cents area because it's going to be coming up pretty quickly. Your 2 cents area, your daily 50 SMA is going to be about the 1.9 cents area. Yeah, so those two are going to be your immediate supports. Now, if it actually breaks down below those two, then you're going to be looking at previous support here, and you're going to have quite a bit to look at here. Since there are some recent bounces here on this weekly time frame that I can identify easily, let's just stick with this weekly time frame here for this coin. Okay, 1.7 cents area, right? You can see this group of candles here bouncing off that area, 1.7 cents area. If that does not hold, come to the monthly time frame here and see if we have any other support underneath 1.7 cents. You're going to come down here to about 1.5 cents area, which is going to be coming from your monthly candle of December of last year, January of this year, and then even back to that's going to be a little lower. So December of last year, January of this year, those two monthly candles, it's going to be your reference for key support about that 1.5 cents area. All right, so that's basically what I'm seeing here. I am still long on quite a bit of altcoins here. I am very cautious right now because Bitcoin is at a decision point at that 28K level. That is not to say I would not look for any altcoins to short, especially the ones that have been pumping, right? I would see some of those good setups to be shorting as well. So that's basically what I'm looking at. I am a short-term trader, so I will go both ways if I see the setups being appropriate. That's it for this post. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.